this is Jenna from ClickReport, and this is a tips and tricks video for the ClickReport templates. All right, the first tip I want to share is about how to navigate our home screen. This is our home screen, and you can click any of the boxes to jump to a different section. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one. And then to navigate to any of the other sections, you can use these bottom tabs, or you can go back to the home screen and click any of the boxes. That was my first tip. My next tip is about using the toggle feature. So the toggle feature allows you to hide a row within your table. And to do so, you are going to hover your cursor over the left-hand numbered side until it turns into a cross, and then you will click and drag the row up so that it is hidden. All right, so that's the toggle feature. The next tip I wanted to share is about changing subtests. So let's say you gave a subtest and it got spoiled, and maybe for symbol search you weren't able to give symbol search and instead you gave cancellation. So to do so, you're going to backspace out symbol search, and you can type in whatever subtest you want in its place, and that updates your table for you. Okay. So my next tip is about changing anything within the chart. So you can change anything within the chart by clicking and backspacing, but be mindful that anything within these two columns needs to be a number or you won't be able to generate your report. So for instance, this is what will happen. You'll get a hashtag NA, and you'll be asked to fix that before being able to generate the narrative. So if you want to change something on your chart, just go ahead and leave it as is, generate your narrative, and then go back and manipulate the chart however you want. And then when you copy the table, it'll copy over however you put information into it. Okay, the next tip is about confidence intervals. In order to report confidence intervals, you'll simply check this box, and you'll have a column for confidence intervals. And you can uncheck it and it goes away. All right, the next thing I want to discuss is the facilitate and inhibit sentence that is within the ClickReport templates. So when you give a student a weakness and the composite is below a 90, so 89 or below, the sentence that populates within the narrative says that the skill inhibits learning and performance. And when this sentence populates, the next sentence will be an evidence-based recommendation for that specific weakness. So if you have a facilitatory composite, then it'll say facilitate, and there will be no recommendation. But once you copy this over and paste it into wherever it's going to live, you can change anything within the narrative. So for instance, if I'm working with a student and I know that they really don't have this weakness, but they were just showing like insane amounts of attention issues, I can go ahead and type that in and delete anything that doesn't make sense. But just be mindful that that facilitate and inhibit requires some clinical judgment if the score is between 85 and 89. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to discuss is our copy table or copy table cells. And I just want to show you the difference between the two. So when we copy table, it takes this entire table, including a header, and it pastes it over, but you can't edit anything within the table. However, if I take our copy table cells, it takes all the cells and paste them over, and I can go into this chart and change it to anything that I need. All right, so that is some tips and tricks to help you with the templates. Happy reporting!